Welcome to the Great Basin Prescribed Fire and Smoke Transport Briefing for Monday, April 7th. Currently, we still have some prescribed burning going on across the Great Basin, across parts of Utah and up into Idaho. Otherwise, no new large fires across the Great Basin. Over the last 7 to 14 days, we continue to see precipitation move across the northern half of the region, but even this precipitation has generally been near or below normal. There are a couple spots that peaked above normal in parts of Idaho and Utah and Wyoming over the last 2 weeks. Otherwise, very dry conditions have continued over southern Nevada into the Arizona Strip and southern and eastern Utah. Over the last 72 hours, we've had new snowfall, very light across parts of Utah, otherwise dry conditions, and you can see the snow depth on the right. And looking at our current snowpack, how it relates to normal, you can still see we are remaining near to just above normal over the northern half of the Great Basin with snowpack, and still below normal in the south. Our satellite image from this morning shows the cloud cover moving in. There's an area of low pressure off the northwest coast, which is pushing eastward, and this will move cloud cover and some showers this morning across Idaho and far northern Nevada. And this system will continue tracking east with most of the precipitation over the northern third of the Great Basin and on the light side. So looking at our weather pattern for later today, you can see that area of low pressure and that moisture moving into the northern half of the region. Again, mostly in the form of cloud cover. Most of the showers will be over far northern Nevada and up into Idaho and Wyoming today. Otherwise, winds will be breezy and dispersion will be good in most areas. And you can see those gusty winds on the left as that system moves in. We will see wind gusts in the 30 to 35 mile per hour range, maybe some local gusts above 40 miles per hour across the northern half of Nevada up into parts of Idaho and Wyoming, and much lighter winds over southern and eastern Utah. Mixing heights will remain high. Temperatures today will cool a bit in some areas, but still remain near to just above normal over the northern half of the Great Basin, with highs generally in the 60s in the valleys. There are a couple areas of 70s in northern Utah and 80s down south. Otherwise, relative humidity will remain low over southern areas that will remain dry, with relative humidity in the single digits to low teens. Further north, as the system moves in, moisture will increase and we'll see those relative humidities above 30%. On Tuesday, this system continues tracking eastward, but still some moisture remaining over parts of Idaho and Wyoming with clouds and a few light showers. Otherwise, breezy westerly winds will keep dispersion good in all areas. And you can see that on Tuesday on the winds here on the left. Again, most areas gusting in the 30s. The strongest winds on Tuesday will be up across eastern Idaho and Wyoming and down into far northern Utah, where some gusts will exceed 40 miles per hour. Mixing heights remain high. Temperatures on Tuesday will start to warm over western areas of the Great Basin in the wake of this system, but will cool somewhat over central and eastern Idaho and Wyoming and into northern Utah, but still, again, remaining near normal. Relative humidity will increase a little bit over southern areas and remain mostly in the teens and still remain higher up north. By Wednesday, a much stronger ridge builds into the Great Basin, so we will see significantly warming temperatures and drier conditions. Winds will be definitely lighter under the ridge, especially across parts of western Nevada, so we will see dispersion deteriorate a little bit with these lighter winds. And you can see that here on the left. The only gusty winds left on Wednesday are really over parts of the Uintas and the northern Wasatch and up into Wyoming. Mixing heights still remain high. Temperatures, you can see the warming trend will be in the upper 70s in western Nevada and mid 60s in Idaho into northern Utah for one more cooler day. And I say cooler, but still temperatures are above normal in those areas. And then near 90 degrees down in southern Nevada. Relative humidity dropping back into the single digits over southern Nevada and teens over much of Nevada and the lower elevations of Utah, and even seeing some teens and low 20% up in Idaho. The 3-day precipitation, the heaviest precipitation with this event will be in the central Idaho mountains, especially towards the Payette and the Boise. Otherwise, lighter precipitation across Idaho, Wyoming, and even parts of the northern Sierra and clipping far northern Nevada. But really much of Nevada, Utah, and Arizona remains dry. As we move into Thursday, this ridge amplifies and continues to move eastward, centered over the Great Basin, so much warmer temperatures, and dispersion good over the western half of the Great Basin and poor over parts of Idaho into eastern Utah with those lighter winds. And then on Friday, that ridge starts to slide eastward, so really our warmest days are Wednesday and Thursday in most areas, where temperatures will exceed 15 to 20 degrees above normal across the Great Basin. We'll see many valley areas, even up into Idaho, in the upper 70s or even low 80s. So very warm temperatures expected midweek. However, we will see this next trough move in starting Friday, so we will see temperatures cool off going into the weekend. Right now, Friday looks dry in most areas. We'll see clouds start to increase later on Friday with possibly a few showers in central Idaho, but otherwise dry conditions and good dispersion region-wide. And then on Saturday, this trough moves into the northern areas of the Great Basin, so we'll see another round of cloud cover and light showers for mostly Idaho and Wyoming, but possibly dipping down into northern Utah or even northeast Nevada with drier conditions elsewhere. Then on Sunday, we will see that low well off to the east, another low over just off the southern California and Baja coast. Still dry conditions expected on Sunday with very little influence from this system, but we will see that change as we head into early next week. We could see some moisture into parts of Nevada and Utah. So precipitation going into later this week, this is from Thursday through Friday night. You can see generally dry conditions. All of these showers up in central Idaho will be late Friday or going into Saturday morning. And then looking over the weekend as that next system moves through, again, most of those showers focused in the north and albeit light in all areas. And then the 7-day total precipitation taking in these next two events, again, shows the heaviest precipitation for central Idaho. The 8 to 14-day outlook, taking us from April 14th through the 20th, shows warmer and drier conditions expected for the Great Basin. That concludes our webcast for today. Check back on Wednesday for the latest updates.